ThinkingRealEstate.com.
Are we on now?
We are on.
I have a
You are on.
Wait,
I have a
how
question.
can people get a hold of us?
783.
No.
No.
787
3397.
How
3397.
soon they forget.
I
Or-
know. 7, 8, or Marquis.
Here, let me.
You do it. Why are you asking me? How do we get a hold of us? How do you get a hold of us?
787-3397 is the phone number here if anybody has any questions for Thinking Real Estate,
Yeah.
which is not just a real estate show.
It's a lifestyle,
It is.
which I have a couple questions. to ask.
And then they could also email me at mark@thinkingrealestate.com.
And it will come across his
I
pretty
have
little
it.
red
Or they could text
computer.
me, which I just got from
Dawn?
Mary at the office.
Oh, does she have a question?
For me.
Personal question?
No, she wants to set an appraiser called the office to set up a
Oh, an appointment.
right.
Well,
Anyway,
has it been busy, Mark?
crazy busy, crazy busy. Thanks for asking, Greg.
My goodness.
Everybody that I know, every real estate agent that I know is telling me that it's crazy busy.
Yeah, but none of it's easy.
No.
This
None of it
is a
is
full-time,
Yesterday-
this is a triple-time job.
Yesterday was my hand-holding day, and I actually posted on my Facebook page, I love my job, I love my job, I love my job.
That's because Mercury's getting ready to go retrograde.
Okay, why is it not easy?
Banks.
OMG. I can't tell you one story until maybe next week.
Okay.
Oh yeah, don't tell that
Go
story.
ahead. I won't tell anybody.
Let's just say
I can't.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
But it's just like unbelievable. I mean, a cash transaction I wrote yesterday, I mean, it's on one of Bill's clients. My husband is the attorney representing my seller. And we'll even have to probably negotiate with the township one of their requirements. I mean, nothing's easy. Nothing.
Are you taking calls, by the way?
We'd love calls.
Good morning.
Good morning, Greg. I want to talk to Laura for a quick second.
Okay, you can.
I'd like to give to Laura to take to the city council meetings if she would take them for me.
Okay.
I will try.
I would like to say that we do have some intelligent people in this country because Virginia just nullified yesterday on a vote of 36 to 1 and on a vote of 94 to 4, I think it was, to make the NDAA, the Emperor has no clothes. It will not stand in Virginia. They're passing it in Tennessee. They're passing it in Washington. It looks like our 10th Amendment's starting to stand up. And what these papers are, Laura, is the resolutions and the whole process. And this was wrote up by the state of Rhode Island. And I'd like to give these to you to take to the city council meeting because the city can also impose this, and so can the county. And I'm giving them to our elected officials, Earl and Mike, and I'm going to give them to Jim Chapel too at the county meeting. So I want to get these to you if I could. I didn't
You
think
can-
real estate time on this, but I couldn't get through to Greg earlier.
Okay.
You can email them. Can you email them?
I sure can.
Laura at 780-3800.com.
Hold on. You want
So-
real fast there.
783.
No.
780
780
3800.com.
3800.com. Laura. Right?
LAURA.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll look for them.
I have no idea what
I
that was
can't
about.
wait to read
But I'll
those.
read it and I'll let you know.
I can't. Can you email me a copy?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I can't wait to read them.
Okay. So, any other callers? Call 787-3397. Ask us some real estate questions. But I do have an important
But we're not
question.
limited to that.
Right, I do have a question. Why do they call it leap year? Because they're adding a day? We're not leaping over anything. Actually, the other 3 years should be leap. Because we're leaping over to the 29th. I'm just curious. Got a clue? You look dumbfounded.
Do you see what I have to hear all day long?
I swore it was March yesterday.
And then I made chili. I gotta tell you, I made chili.
Did you know that we've already spoken about this because we asked Greg about this at the beginning of the year. Christmas skips Monday this year. It's now Tuesday.
So
It leaps ahead.
But it's skip.
It leaps
But
ahead.
there are other days.
Every
Every
it
day
gets
now
pushed.
after the 29th is going to be a different day.
All right, we're gonna get in trouble for talking about this stuff.
Why? From Bill?
No, Jackie just got exasperated with us. Anyway, so
He gives us little
tell
eye
me.
signals.
Last week we talked about
The rental registry.
and I don't think we got it finished up. And you started to explain the details of it. So quickly go over what the details of the registry are.
There are 3 parts.
Yes.
It's not really, it's a housing ordinance. There are 3 parts.
How is
There's
it considered? It is a housing ordinance,
Right,
But
so
it's
Chapter
for
14.
income properties.
Housing ordinance.
Okay.
Well, there's a few other things in there. There's a little part about commercial property and stuff. So but the 3 major changes were they added a rental registry for non-owner occupied residential properties, and then they updated the housing code to match the state code and added some things that the landlords were interested in. And then also the last part are the fees.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. It's pretty simple.
And how is that going? It's now, what, a week into it?
Yeah, and I know that they've talked to a lot of people. I think things have calmed down. People
As
are getting a
people
chance to
understand
read
it.
it. Yeah, as people understand it and that it's not.
So initially people were resisting change.
Right. Well, the original draft of it was not very good.
Well, nobody likes fees. What will these fees
The
go
fees
for?
only went up. Well, the rental registry is $30 at plus $10 per unit. And then the other fees that changed were your inspection for your certificate of compliance. That went up $50.
So what happens if you don't want to pay that?
You
Yeah, what does
you get in
happen?
trouble. There's
You
in
go to
the
jail?
ordinance it spells out what happens.
Well, what do you?
I don't
can you-
remember. I didn't bring the
okay.
ordinance
All right.
with me.
I'll have to read
But
it then.
yeah, if somebody wants a copy of it, they can call me or email me, and I'll email them a PDF that I made yesterday.
I mean, is it a?
I mean, they can
like
go
a
on the
civil
city-
infraction, or
There's fines, and
you
then
want to tether?
yeah, I think they throw you into prison.
Do
It's
they?
just really stiff. Yeah, I just don't remember what the fines are.
We'll have to get that next time.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you have questions, 787-3397. That was quite the face.
Yeah, well, I just got, never mind.
You're multitasking.
I am, I'm
So-
working.
Yeah?
You're working during this show.
How could you
Always.
do
Yeah,
that? I heard on the news that the number of properties that closed that were foreclosures the lowest it's been in 3 years.
Right, and real estate sales of existing homes is up.
Uh-huh.
What do you attribute that to? I mean, why are we so busy? I'll tell you what my thought is.
Go ahead.
I think partially it's the winter has been so mild that people are getting out and doing things, and so what would have happened maybe a couple of months down the road is happening now. I think partially it's pent-up demand.
I think part of it has to do with the fact that the people who were originally foreclosed on, starting in 2005, are now qualifying for mortgages.
That's a good thought, too. I agree with that.
And actually, they changed it.
Oh, look, Greg's reading obituaries.
I
Yes, Fannie Mae's.
Oh,
have a client who was foreclosed on in 2008, and they're qualifying for a mortgage.
Really?
So, yeah,
so people who have been out of the market are now back in the market.
I think so, yeah.
And-
And now they're getting prices that are better than when they may have lost their property,
And-
plus interest rates.
And
Oh my
stability
God.
in the economy.
Right.
The auto industry is doing well.
Uh-huh.
Jackson
People
suppliers are
getting
doing
some jobs.
well.
Yeah. So I think it's all good.
I agree.
All good.
Yeah, who's that sound like?
It's like life is like a
Box of chocolates?
yeah.
Box of chocolates.
Mortgage giant Fannie Mae.
What?
Did you hear about them yesterday?
Who?
Fannie Mae
Yes. Go ahead.
said they lost money in the fourth quarter. Surprise, surprise. And they're asking the federal government for $4.6 billion in aid to cover their deficit. Where do you think that $4.6 billion will come from?
Pocket change? That settlement that they just enacted with the 6 big boys?
Just cut me a check for $4.6 billion.
I've got it. Let me write it right now. It's just they made their decisions.
But it's a quasi-governmental organization,
I know.
and so it still has to be dealt with regardless of what their decision-making process was. And it has...
Fannie Mae has received more bailout money than any other company.
The problem is, in my opinion, and I'm not a banker, but the problem is
116 billion over 3 years.
What's a few more?
What's
Just
4.6 more?
what's more? I mean, that's just no big deal, is it?
Gosh, that seems like a lot of money. 116 billion.
Yeah,
Doesn't it?
It does. I agree.
Okay.
The problem is that they have their fingers in so many pies, and without Fannie Mae, I believe that our industry would have tanked even more.
Really?
Almost all of the deals we're doing besides land contracts have been FHA.
So what I'm hearing from you,
Government backed.
I don't know. I've got several conventional, and then cash is king.
Yeah.
Cash is still pretty strong. I'm amazed at the
How
people
much
who
cash there is.
Right, you know, and people are not sticking it in the bank necessarily because they don't believe they're getting their interest, and I don't know. The trust in the banks are gone.
Fannie Mae a necessary evil?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably
The-
Fannie
the
and
way
Freddie.
everything is set up right now.
Fannie, Freddie, and FHA are all unnecessary evil. Jackie does statistics for me, runs them, and if I'm remembering correctly, the average short sale price is actually higher. They're almost equal, but slightly higher than the normal person's average sale price.
Without any kind of tension with regard to the sale.
What's that mean?
No short sale, no land contract. I mean, you're talking about a
A
short
short
sale
sale.
being almost as high as just a traditional sale.
It's a little bit higher than a traditional sale. Is that right, Chick?
I think
Or
it's
maybe
the
I
other-
have it the
I
other
have
way
it
around.
backwards.
An
They're only like
average,
4,000
the average
per.
sale price of a normal person not in distress is about 114, if I'm recalling right, and then
That's
the
about right.
short sale 117. She's telling me, and then the short sale is about 113, and then your foreclosure is about 44.
I don't remember.
40 something, 45ish.
Is that in Jackson or in...
Jackson County.
Oh, okay.
Residential.
Are you taking any calls, Mark?
Sure.
Good morning.
Good morning. Quick question.
Yeah.
What are the property values doing in Jackson County and the outlying areas? Are they going up? Are they dropping? Are they holding steady? Just curious on where they're at.
Let's get the assessment of the experts.
I think that they're. It depends on whether you're normal or not. But I think they're a little bit lower simply because foreclosures, when they come on the market, are coming in
So low.
so low, and that does affect our average sale price. So when we pull them out,
But
when
he's
we
talking
pull,
about property value.
right. So when we pull the foreclosures out of the picture, your average sale price is actually increasing a little bit.
I would say since last year they are flat
Right.
overall.
Yeah, they're not increasing enough to say
So we
we're in a
haven't
boom.
made any sort of a comeback.
No, I think we have. I think that's
We've
a good
leveled
thing.
up.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I think that we're probably, my personal opinion is that I think we've probably hit bottom.
And I think you're just absolutely unequivocally going to see a lot more short sales than ever before. I think that where foreclosures were the norm, we're moving to short sales as the norm.
Which are not easy to deal with.
You were right, I was wrong.
Oh, Jackie's telling me I was right. I got to point that out. Traditional sales, the average sale price is $110,311. So that's a normal person, no distress. Foreclosures, which is 55.3% of our market, is the average sale price is $55,000. And short sales, which are 4.3% of our market, $111,225. So they're about $1,000 more than the traditional person.
The short sale is.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that something?
Yeah,
Is that year to date or last year or...
Just January.
just
Just
January.
Oh, January numbers. Okay.
I think that you're seeing that because you're seeing higher end properties go into short sales. I think the higher end property is more apt to do a short sale than a foreclosure. They're more apt to say, I don't want to just walk away from my property. I'll work with the bank. They recognize that a short
will the
sale
bank work
ding.
with them?
Yeah, I think for the most part. I mean, we've got one that we've had. How long have we had McCain?
Oh, wow.
And my gosh, you know, the bank responded to an offer. They did their inspection and they backed away. And you would think When an identical offer came in, they'd just say, okay, let's get it closed, and it's
2
4
months.
4 months.
No, it's like
Has it?
6 months.
6 months later,
Wow.
and we're still waiting.
Wow.
Now, how stupid is that?
That's silly.
Wouldn't they want their money?
I would think.
Yeah. Fortunately, the 2 offers we have are both investors, and they're just waiting.
And what are you seeing in coming up? Are you getting good listings?
Yeah, they're just starting to roll in. I think, springtime. People wait until spring to put their houses on
How
the
about
market.
open houses? Are you doing open houses?
We start this weekend. We have open houses. I've got 101 Clairwood. All of them are south of town. 101 Clairwood, which is listed for their $319 from 1 to 2:30, and then 11097 Sauk Trail is $95,000 from 1 to 2:30, and then Skyline 485 Skyline $122,010 from 3 to 4:30. All of them are great houses. So come out.
What about buyers?
We got a lot more buyers probably looking, and they're all across the board.
Land contracts, cash, traditional.
Not as many land contracts as we once had, because people are starting to qualify for more. I think the lending is loosening up a little bit.
You think so?
I think residential lending is loosening and commercial is tightening. Nothing's ever easy.
No, I agree with that.
We earn
Every penny.
every penny.
Just holding hands.
I believe you.
So,
What do you got coming up?
well, I have. I just lowered a price on a house, 5 acres, Northwest School, built. I don't know, 95 maybe. Just a great place. $269,900. They paid $330 for it, and then put up a second garage.
Got a short sale?
Nope,
Wow.
not yet. But even traditional houses, even houses that are with real sellers, are getting offers and showings, and people will call and want to show something that I've already gotten an offer on, and they say I'm getting that a lot.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of inventory out there right now.
Really?
So if you want your house to be shown, now's the time to get on the market.
Exactly. I have a new listing at 810 Westwood, Summit Township, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, full basement, fenced yard, huge garage for $115,000.
Wow,
It's a nice place.
that's a good price.
Brand new roof. Not brand new, last year.
I showed your Lenlow. That's a cute house.
That is a great place. 3836 Lenlow, 149.7.
Yeah.
Off of Stonewall.
Now, are the open houses, do they prove to be successful, or are they just a necessity?
Well, they're not as predictable as one would like them to be, because you can't control who's going to show up. But I
Or
think,
the weather.
Or the weather, and people.
If it's too nice, people don't come. If it's not nice at all, people don't come.
Right. I like
Although
sunshine.
the last
though.
time I did one on Lenlow, we had a snowstorm and I had several people.
Yeah, it's hard to predict. So they're hard to predict.
People are weird, Greg.
But I like having them, because even if the neighbor comes over, the neighbors like to pick their neighbors.
Right.
So I just assume get as much exposure to the house as absolutely possible.
I agree with that. Oh, I lost my train of thought. I hate when that happens.
Hey, I've got some price reductions. You want to hear about it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Until you figure out what you were going to say. Till your
Yeah.
train comes back. Bunker Hill Road, 13317 Bunker Hill Road. Beautiful log home. I thought we had an offer on that, though. That's going to come together. 310. And then 1101 Pringle, 41.7, and 230 North Forbes, 10,007. You can't even buy a car for that amount.
No.
I have a totally redone city house at 115 Damon Street for $35,000.
I got to get Percy in there.
It's got an offer on it that I can't seem to get closed. But yeah, and I do have a new city home, 604 Detroit Street near Allegiance Hospital, for $35,000 on a double lot. Just beautiful, 4 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, main floor bathroom, totally redone.
That's the one you had an offer on before.
They did not come together, right? So
If you're interested in any of those, call.
or anything else.
780-3800, or you can email either of us at mark@thinkingrealestate.com or Laura at thinkingrealestate.com, and my email's working now. I can actually respond. Jackie, she's such a wonderful person.
We'll see you next Thursday.
Thank you.